Everyone is running the same meta Pokemon and winning for free. So I did the dumbest thing possible. I built a team around 2 restricted Pokemon nobody is using and took it straight into the ladder. If this fails, I'm exposing myself as a fraud. People treat meta Pokemon like they're unbeatable, but I don't buy it. I'm taking 2 restricted Pokemon that nobody wants to touch with a 10-foot stick, and I'm throwing them straight into ranked against the best stuff in the format. These are the kinds of Pokemon you're told never to bring. Not even Ash Ketchum would click confirm team with this. And if this crashes and burns, I deserve it. I mean, quite literally, this team can't fail. Because if it does, I've officially been lying to myself about being good at the game. And it didn't take long for things to go wrong. With a whopping use rate of 0.03%, meet Palkia-Origin Forme. Palkia-Origin sits in this awful speed tier. It's not fast enough to outspeed Tailwind, and it's not slow enough for Trick Room. So most of the time, you're clicking attacks and hoping. And when you compare it to monsters like Calyrex Shadow and Miraidon, there's basically no reason to pick it. Water Dragon typing isn't terrible, but it still folds to fairy types like Flutter Mane, and it doesn't really threaten Miraidon. So how do we make this thing work? Simple. We don't treat Palkia like a carry. Instead, it's a bulky support Pokemon. It gives us Trick Room into fast teams, and if we're already faster, it chips damage and stays annoying. But what if Palkia wasn't the plan? What if our real win condition was something even worse? Kyurem-Black is, without question, one of the worst restricted Pokemon ever. Great stats, absolutely tragic move pool. It's like showing up to a storm with no umbrella. But Kyurem learns 2 moves that change everything. Icicle Spear and Scale Shot. When you pair those with loaded dice, they raise the minimum number of hits, which basically doubles Kyurem's damage output. Suddenly, that bad move pool doesn't look so bad. The rest of the team is built to enable this nonsense. Fake Out, redirection, screens, and just enough firepower to punish mistakes. This is where theory meets reality. We queued into our first game and almost immediately things felt wrong. At team preview, I was already uncomfortable. None of the leads felt good, but I locked in Palkia and Grimmsnarl anyway. The first turn went horribly and I felt immediate regret. This was only the first mistake. I was playing this team like it was normal. It isn't. And my opponent made sure I paid for it. They played patiently. They chipped me down, and the moment I slipped, the game was over. And this kept happening over and over until this wasn't an easy match. But it was the first time the team finally made sense. For the first time, I wasn't forcing plays. I was allowing the team to do what it was built for. Earlier, I would have rushed this. I would have tried to end the game before it ended me. This time, I slowed everything down. Every turn had a job, and this turn decided the game. After that, momentum shifted in our favor. They weren't setting the pace anymore. They were reacting. We didn't snowball. We didn't get lucky. We simply closed it out. This didn't mean the team was good, but it did prove something. It proved that the losses leading into this weren't meaningless. They were simply lessons. And for the first time, I felt like the idea had a chance. If you like watching ideas get tested, not just the wins, but everything in between, that's what this channel is about, so you might want to stick around. I wanted to believe our win wasn't a fluke, but belief doesn't win games. This time, I had a plan. I wasn't reacting anymore. I was dictating the pace. This turn, they went for the obvious punish, and for once, I was already gone. That's when it all clicked. The board was finally mine. Kyurem wasn't here to be the hero. He was here to buy time. And sometimes, that's enough. This is a matchup you're supposed to lose. And for the first time, it didn't feel impossible. They saw it too. I wanted to believe we'd turned a corner, but the meta doesn't care what you believe. This was the matchup I was afraid of. Speed, pressure, no room for mistakes. Turn 1 told the whole story. They didn't care about Trick Room. They cared about removing options. We survived, but surviving isn't winning. I tried to slow the game down. They sped it up. For a second, I thought we were back in it. This is where the cracks showed. One missed turn, one Pokemon out of position. When Trick Room ended, so did our control. And that was it. This team didn't break the meta, but it did something more important. It proved the meta isn't invincible, just unforgiving. And if you're willing to learn from every loss, even the bad ideas can take games, just not for free.